My name is Annika. I went to Lemvig Gymnasium in Denmark and I studied a bachelor's in English literature at Queen Mary University of London, and I did a master's in translation theory and practice with specialized towards Scandinavian languages at University College London. I chose to study my master's abroad because I was already living in London, where I just finished my bachelor's, and I chose to stay in London because I did not want to go back home to Denmark because I had my network there and I had my friends there, and I really enjoyed studying abroad and being a foreign student. And furthermore, since my choice of study was English language, it made more sense for me to study it in a place where it was spoken all the time and where I lived in it. So therefore I chose to study my master's abroad, and specifically I chose London because I was already in London, but also because my focus was Scandinavian languages and it was only offered in London and then in Edinburgh. And so I stayed in London, and that's why I chose to study it. But also because I felt that I needed a skill coming out of a bachelor's in literature. I needed a specific skill, and I thought translation offered me skills, which it did. So my experience studying my master's abroad was great. I loved the school. I thought UCL is a very competent university. My master's program specifically had a lot of foreign students, or a lot of students coming from abroad. So it was geared towards an international setup. Lots of people studying lots of different languages coming together. So I thought that was a really big aspect of choosing UCL, was the international environment on my master's. Otherwise, my experience was great. I had great professors. Studying a master's is quite different from studying a bachelor's, because the environment is a lot smaller and there's a lot higher academic expectation of you, and I thought that was a great environment to learn and excel in, and I specifically enjoyed the small, really small seminar classes that we had, which really focused on our work. And then of course the access to professors helping you with your work is even higher when you reach your master's level. And so I thought that was fantastic to study there, where they have some of the best, in terms of translation, UCL have some of the best translators and professors studying it and researching it. My best tip for other Danes wishing to study their masters abroad is just go for it. I doubt you'll regret it. Will it be super hard? Yes. Will you feel lost and will you feel as if you don't belong? Yes. But is it worth it in the end? Yes. It is worth all the annoying bureaucratic paperwork, and yes, it will be worth it, not only because of the academic skills you'll get out of it in the end, but also because of the life work it gives you. And I always say that living in London was my road to adulthood, and that had nothing to do with university and everything to do with living abroad and being independent and figuring out how to navigate a country that wasn't my own. And so yes, it will be worth it in the end, not only academically, but definitely in life skills. And also you will make great friends, and one of the best parts about doing a master's is that often there are a lot of other international students, so you get friends from all over the world, and that means that if you want to travel anywhere, there's always a couch for you to sleep on.